Everything inside is a fumbling, mumbling look. Cannot coincide, so I'm stumbling, bumbling, took way too many rides.
What's up, YouTube? It's Wild the White Elephant, back with another video from the world of Warcraft. Today, we're going to review the news release from August the 16th, including patch notes. Before we get into that, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and leave me a comment below about what kind of videos and games you'd like to see me play. Now let's get into it. We're going to get one other big new change. This change is going to come to our mobile companion app. That's the auction house access on mobile. The cliff notes are that we won't be able to sell, but we can buy and view listings on the mobile auction house. Now we can see from the images that I'm showing right here really what it's going to look like and how it's going to work. Once you buy an item, it's going to take about 10 minutes for it to arrive in the inventory of the character that you use to purchase it. You can also switch between your characters so that you can purchase items on multiple characters with just a couple of quick clicks through the screens you see here. For more information, please check the full news release read-through that I did. The link will be in the description below, so check that out if you're interested in more. Another big change to the auction house in-game is that they have combined the consumables, trade goods, and other grindable items, for a lack of a better way to put it. By combination, I mean that all of the servers in a particular server cluster or realm now share the same items between auction house for these items. So certain large ticket items like mounts and bind on equipment dungeon drops will continue to be exclusive to the server that they are listed on. There's also been an update to the user interface chat in that Blizzard is adding a chat channel of trade services. Custom chat channels are already a thing, and I guess Blizzard really wanted to get in on the fun, so they made this channel a spin-off from the trade channel for a place to take all that chatter for people trying to advertise dungeons and things like that and put it in one particular place. Here's the developer's note. The trade channel that's been in the game for 18 years will continue to exist, but we want to add a new channel to direct messages about the request and advertisement of services like raiding, dungeons, or PvP activities. If you're looking to buy or sell these kind of services, this is the channel for you. If you're not interested in those, you can leave the channel and avoid the noise, or move it to its own chat tab. We believe that with this new distinction, you'll be able to keep trade chat for the traditional buying and selling of items and professions and not other chatter. And I don't know about you, Blizzard, but if you pay attention to the chat channel for more than 4 minutes, there's not a whole lot of buying and selling in there, period. Not just of services, but just in general. The trade channel, in my experience, has kind of devolved into a general chat that people use to talk to each other between cities when they're hanging out in capital areas. But I digress. We'll see a few hot fixes, so we'll go ahead and take a look at that now. First, in the category of dungeons and raids, on Grimrail Depot, Raken's diffused energy zone positions have been adjusted, but also now show a warning visual at their location prior to becoming dangerous. Spinning Spear is now correctly assigned to the stun mechanic, allowing loss of control UI to function correctly. Under items and rewards, we have listed that they increased the vendor cost of Penumbra Thread to 11 gold. It was 9 gold prior, and there's a developer's note here that says this price change is to balance the decreased cost of regents with the change to a regional commodity auction house. So that update that we talked about earlier about everything being regional for commodities. I guess I called them grindables, but commodities is the term Blizzard's using. Player versus player, the conquest cap has been moved. Spoils of War, 25% conquest and 40% honor increase buff is now available until Shadowlands Season 4 ends. So from now until the end of Shadowlands Season 4, we're going to get an increase of 25% conquest and 40% honor. Now's a great time to grind out those PvP transmogs if you haven't gotten that done yet. And then we have a quick note here about Burning Crusade Classic. They fixed an issue that prevented the PvP leaderboards from updating as expected. So if you're a PvPer on the Burning Crusade Classic servers, you should see some improvement there. Today, August 17th, they released a couple of additional hotfixes. Under Dungeons and Raids, we get the Time Walking Vault of the Wardens, the Glazer. Now, we've temporarily disabled the focus ability. Then under Quests, we have the objective text for the raid quest Turning the Wheel now correctly states that 15 boss kills are required. And now we'll talk a little bit about the Wrath of the Lich King on Classic, because I know there are some Classic players out there, so we'll just go over that, I guess. In Classic news, Blizzard released a Wrath of the Lich King Road Map. August 30th, players will have the chance to join a fresh start Wrath of the Lich King servers and can begin to level up in existing Classic content to prepare for the relaunch of the expansion. Then on September 6th through the 13th, we will see the Zombie Plague event. There, players will have about a week to level grind and sets up the first stages for the story content. content. There will be a weird plague that starts infecting capital cities and zones, and players will have to be careful not to get infected. Then on September 13th, we'll have the Scourge Invasion event in several locations throughout Azeroth. Attacking necropolises will plague players and denizens. Players will have to band together in group-oriented content to defend their home. On September 20th through October 6th, there's going to be Brewfest. So for those of you who love that rideable ram, even on the Horde side, your time to relive that nostalgia is now. September 26th, Wrath of the Lich King will officially launch and players will be able to log in. October 4th and 5th, Arena Season 5 will begin for classic Wrath of the Lich King players and the weekly reset. And then on October 6th will be the return of Naxxramas, the Eye of Eternity, and Obsidian Sanctum at 3 p.m. Pacific. All this content was honestly really amazing the first time around in retail, so although I do have some very distinct opinions about some of the things Blizzard is doing with the relaunch, in general, if you're a classic player, I recommend going through this content and checking it out if you haven't, especially if you're someone who joined World of Warcraft after Cataclysm, because the game changed fundamentally when Cataclysm launched. So right now, even though there will be a few things that are a little different about Wrath of the Lich King, if you want to see a very nostalgic, pure form of World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King on Classic is probably a good option for you. And that'll do it for us. As always, please remember to hit that like button, remember to subscribe for more content, and leave me a comment below if there's any particular kind of videos that you'd like to see show up on my channel. Also, just as a side note, if you have a Discord or any other place where it would be an appropriate spot to put World of Warcraft news, feel free to share my videos. The more people that see it, the more likely I am to make more. All right, until next time, have a great one.
In trouble, I come to the phone. Got you in the zone, but you said I'd just leave you alone. Leave you all alone, but I gotta get in a tone.